The conversations they avoid are taking the conversations we need deeper. Unfiltered conversations about Black culture, Black love, relationships, racism, politics. Hosted by Big Leg and CNUP. Talkin' Black and Current Season 2. Same culture, new conversations, no filters.
This isn't just a podcast. This is a platform for truth. A place where real conversations happen, where real experiences are shared.
Still down, still moving.
If I make it out, you gon' hear me loud. Not for the cloud, for the ones still down.
Same scar, same name, still I play this game. Eyes on the prize, heart in the flame. Choir singing in the back. Brass hit hard when I step on the track. Pain in my lungs, but I still got fire in my blood. Trench pain, I've been stuck in the rain. Same dirt, same scars, still I'm chasing the game. No sleep, no peace, got the weight on my brain. I don't talk too much, I just walk through the flame. Trench nights, I've been low for a while. Fake love, fake smiles, I can see through the lies. If I make it out, I'ma bring all mine. Till then I stay down, trying to survive. Trench work, trench pain, still stuck in the rain. Same scars, same name, still walking through the flame. If I make it out, I'ma bring all mine. Till then I stay down, trying to survive.
Oh, my bad. TBC, what's happening with you, baby? Everybody out there. Can you hear me, Lex? Am I gone? No, why can't I hear you? What is going on? For some reason, I can't hear you. Can you hear me? I can't hear you no more. For some reason, I cannot hear you, Lex. I don't know why that is. Hold on here.
2. Check 1. All right. You got volume. I got. Okay. That'll work. That'll work. All right, y'all. We back. Hey, Miss T, you hear me now? We good now? We got volume. We got sound. Y'all talk to us now. Hell, talk to us. Let us know what you're hearing. Let us know what you're not hearing.
All right, Miss T, can you hear anything now? We good now?
Check 1 2 1 2. All right. All right.
I bet.
There we go. I appreciate y'all. Talk to us. Going on around there. Hey, we got to run this bike. Y'all know we got to
Run it bike.
Y'all ain't here.
Run it bike
Run it
then.
bike. Hey,
Run it bike.
sorry about that technical difficulty, but here we go. We're gonna run it bike. Hey, what if I told y'all that the most dangerous place isn't a dark alley? It's your job. A place where promotions become bargaining chips, where silence is rewarded, where speaking up gets you escorted out, where your performance, suddenly becomes a problem. The moment you refuse to play the game, the moment you refuse to tap dance, where witnesses becomes ghosts, where truth gets buried beneath polish. Boy, got his popcorn.
I got my popcorn for this.
And where the people sworn to protect employees are often protecting the institution instead. Some call it office politics, Miss T. Some call it a business.
That's what they said.
Some call it unfortunate. But when intimidation, retaliation, the psychological abuse, the systemic discrimination, and the institution cover-ups become the norm, we have to ask a harder question, y'all. At what point does a workplace becomes a crime scene? And tonight we're gonna talk about it. We're running about 17 minutes behind. We had some technical difficulties, but we bite and we here. Hey, y'all, welcome to Talkin Black. Check us out.
The conversations they avoid are taking the conversations we need deeper. Unfiltered conversations about Black culture, Black love, relationships, racism, politics, hosted by Big Leg and CNUP, Talkin Black&Current Season 2. Same culture, new conversations, no filters.
This isn't just a podcast. This is a platform for truth, a place where real conversations happen, where real experiences are shared.
Trench work. Still down, still moving.
Hey, y'all, we had to run that bike now. We had to run it back.
Yes.
Turn your reverb down. You got some reverb.
I got reverb?
Yeah.
Okay. How about now?
Yeah, better. That's better.
That trench work, baby.
If I make it out, you gon' hear me loud. Not for the cloud, for the one still down.
Same scar, same name, still I play this game. Eyes hit hard when I step on the track. Pain in my lungs, Chris runs, but I still got fire in my blood. Still moving, trench pain, I've been stuck in the rain. Same dirt, same scars, still I'm chasing the game. No sleep, no peace, got the weight on my brain. I don't talk too much, I just walk through the flame. Trench nights, I've been low for a while.
Hey, y'all. We're gonna get started, man. We're gonna get started. I appreciate y'all. Hey,
Listen, I brought
Go
my
ahead.
popcorn for them. It's gonna be good. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna try to keep it like we keep it. But yeah, I had to bring my popcorn over there.
You had to bring your popcorn for it?
Yeah, man. I had to bring my popcorn over there. Because this right here, man, like I mean, just like you've been watching and we've been, we see the news every day, but this just ain't news to us because, we've been in the trenches and seen this firsthand. But just to kind of add on to what you brought us in on, according to the American Psychological Association's 2003 Work in America survey, 19% of workers described their workplace as somewhat very toxic. That means nearly 1 out of every 5 workers surveyed and felt that they were working in a toxic environment. Now, this was the American Psychological Association. Now, also, you remember a lot of the companies now use Gallup. You remember the Gallup surveys? Now, the Gallup surveys found that employees who strongly agree that they are being treated unfairly at work, probably about 2.3 times more likely to experience high level of burnout. Gallup specifically includes this is a broad study from Gallup Workplace Research. Gallup specifically includes the reason for this burnout is favoritism, inconsistent policies, coworker mistreatment, and bias, as an example of unfair treatment. So just to kind of give you a foundation on what Lex would bring you in on this subject, I just kind of wanted to kind of support that with those studies and those facts. So I'm gonna let you go ahead and take it back.
No, appreciate that. Hey, y'all check in. Let me know who you are, where you coming from.
We got Everton in the house. Miss T, we appreciate you being topping it out.
Man, y'all check in. Cause
Everton in the house. We got some more people out there. Come on, let's check in.
We gotta go and check in, man, and talk to us. Make sure y'all talk to us, man. That's all. Just talk to us. We here for y'all. But check this out. Imagine walking into a room every day knowing someone has already decided who belongs and who doesn't. No yellow tape. Everton, no flashing lights. Miss T, no detectives. But yet, emotional injuries accumulate every day. The workplace can become the scene of invisible harm. Harassment isn't always loud. See, nope. It ain't always loud.
Nope.
Discrimination isn't always obvious. Retaliation isn't always immediate. Sometimes it looks like meetings you're suddenly excluded from. Y'all been there. Emails that stop coming. Promotions that disappear. Performance reviews that no longer match your work scope. The question isn't, whether these things happen. I think the question is why so many people are expected to pretend that they don't. I'm gonna stop here for discussion. And the first discussion, we're going to talk about the psychological safety of this. Go ahead, I'll let you take that.
The wait a minute, say that again now. The psychological safeties.
Yeah,
So and I don't want to. I want to hit this home. The psychological safeties is basically you should be able to come to work and be in an environment where you at work and you're around grown adults, supposedly.
yeah,
You are in an environment where everybody's drive and vision and concentration should be on one thing, and that's how to get the job done. Now, that's not to say that in the process you don't make friends. That's not to say in the process you don't make acquaintances. That's not to say in the process you don't gain a circle. Because you're like-minded. That's not to say all of that. But let's keep it real. The toxic workplace is not created by one terrible boss. Sometimes it's created when you have either insecure management forms a relationship with manipulative employees, and management give those employees protection and influence. Now, there goes your psychological safeties. They out the door. While the employees feed management gossip, loyalty, and information. That combination can destroy your psychological safety, or what we call it in the professional world, morale, faster than any written policy can repair it. So
preacher.
that's what I got on that, Lex, as far as psychological safeties, man. And to be honest with you, and I'm gonna add to this. Let me add this, and I'm gonna hand this back to you, brother. Some managers don't even these days. Managers don't even want strong employees. They want controllable employees.
Yep.
A strong employee, just like what you were saying coming in, a strong employee may question an unfair decision or demand consistency. How many times, Lex, have we been in a situation where, and I don't want to call no name, but we had one strong employee or one strong person that was kind of, and he was calling out leadership tooth and nail, and they made sure to get him up out of there. And the consistency to hold leadership accountable. Now, a controllable employee will agree with management. And plus, they will report on their own co-workers. They snitch on them. And the reason why they do that is the protection that they get in the inner circle of that management. Now, that's why most qualified person or people isn't always promoted. That goes back to the point you just asked.
Yeah.
That's why the most qualified person isn't always promoted. The most useful person to be the manager is. The most useful person, meaning the person who's giving up the gossip, the person who's giving up the loyalty, the person that's giving up the information. As we can say, kissing ass.
Yeah, that's it. That's talking black. That's it.
Right? That's so people, the employees who kiss ass is the one who usually get accepted into that circle. And little do they know, though, and I know this is, I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna hand it back to you, because I'm finna start something. Little do they know that this is an element and an essence of slavery.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go back to you on that one.
Yeah. You spot on. And here now. So C-Note, what I like that C-Note touched on, the psychological safety of it. But watch this. I'm gonna flip it, and I'm gonna add to it. I'm gonna say, and you know what the first thing to die with this psychological safety. So, Everton, employees stop reporting misconduct. Survival mode replaces creativity.
Mm-hmm.
Victims internalize blame. Trauma becomes a part of the job now.
Mm-hmm.
Just like when, hey y'all, let me tell y'all a story real quick. Just like when C-Note let me borrow his car. He let me borrow his car one day. He was gone, and he let me borrow his car.
Oh shit.
And which certain things he failed to tell me. What he didn't tell me was I'm riding around. Hey y'all, check this out. I'm riding around in an expired tag. That's what he didn't tell me. And I'm gonna tell y'all how I put this in the context. What I'm saying is, when the psychological safety begins to die, things become the norm. Again, the employees not reporting misconduct. We now become, turn into slavery mode, and then trauma becomes part of the job. And I mentioned about car, and I ain't know that the tag, and I didn't know I had to pull the choke to get it started. I didn't know none of that stuff. You know what I'm saying? So what happens? What happens is, on this next discussion point is the institutional culture. How crime, how the workplace or the workplace crime scene, I'm gonna say it this way, C-Note, Mr. T, becomes camouflage. C-Note said it. Toxic workplace don't happen by accident.
Not at all.
Unspoken rules. We don't talk about this in here. C-Note said it. But he said it nicely. I'm gonna put it in another term. Hero worship.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Silencing mechanism. That normalization of the institutional culture, how the crime gets camouflaged. How the crime get camouflaged? We're talking about the normalization. That's just how we do things around here. How many times we heard that? The silencing mechanism. HR acting as a shield for the company, not a resource for the employees. Listen, don't y'all ever get it twisted. Don't you ever get it twisted. HR is for the company, never for the employees.
Exactly.
Don't ever get it twisted. C-Note is just like me. I'm never an HR guy. Never. I'm not an HR guy. I'm just not. Because I've learned what that is and how it operates. It's for the company. It ain't for the employees. Go ahead, C-Note, because I know you got something on that.
You was talking about how well basically I just want to piggyback. So if anybody out there have ever confided in a coworker and then later heard your own words repeated back to management, let me give you another one. If a coworker only reports another person's mistake but hides their own, and you know what their mistakes are they protecting the company or protecting themselves? So this goes back to, this is the element in how the psychological safeties, and this is how the toxicity starts. Most of the times you have management and supervisors. Because keep in mind, you're going to hear me say that a lot, because the reason why I'm on supervisors and managements a lot is because supervisors and managements and managers in a job are parents. They're parents. They fit the role of parents in a workplace. They supposed to set the standard. They supposed to set the tone. They supposed to set whatever culture is supposed to be implemented according to policy. So I'm asking these questions just so for a deeper discussion. So chat, I want you to say, if have you ever confided in a coworker and later on heard your words repeated by management? So I'm a kind of let's go ahead and
I
flow.
can go first.
Go ahead.
First. So I'm gonna tell y'all a quick story. I was called in a meeting. I was called in a meeting with two upper leadership years ago. Two upper leaderships. Matter of fact, there were all leaders that was in the room. I was in the room, and my colleague that worked alongside me for another department, she was in the room, and the the head guy. I'm gonna try to do this without saying names. The head guy looked at me, and he said, "What do you think we need to do around here?" And I said, "Great question. I'm glad you asked me that. What happens around here is every time someone gets pulled in the office, it's something negative. Every single time you open someone's file, it's negative. Every single time a manager or some form of leadership shows up, they're chastising. They never say great job. They never say, here's a $20 gift certificate. Get you some. I appreciate you finding it not robbery to show up today. Hey, thank you. Thank you for getting us out on time. Hey, I appreciate you doing that for us. Thanks a lot." Going into the file, everything's negative. So I said, why don't we put together a certificate of recognition, something that's tangible that they can take home with them, and something that goes into their file. So now, if said person is up for some type of promotion or want to get promoted, you can look and you're not going to see all negative, you're not going to see all the write-ups. You're going to see some positive recommendations, some recognition, and also they have it on file. And he said, "Oh, that's a great idea." Long story short, we then had a town hall a month or two later. I was sitting in the back. I came in kind of late. I'm sitting in the back. Said head guy was up and he was talking. I so happened to walk in just as he was telling this story. Verbatim. I so happened to walk in just as he was telling this story, verbatim. And my colleague that shared the same office as me, she was in the front. And he said it word for word, exactly what I said. All he did was flip it like he thought of it. And if I didn't say it myself, I swear he said it, because it came right out of his mouth. And as he said that, my colleague looked back and she saw me. She said, "Oh my God, I can't believe he just did that." So to your point, so you know, now this is the boss over everybody.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I did my spiel. Go ahead. I went first. Go ahead.
So it was a situation where it was a particular training program that was supposed to be come forth, and it's almost like it was like
I know what you're talking about. I already know what you're talking about. I know what you're talking
so
about.
so basically it was I confided in some of the ones on the team, which, you know, hey, look, this is the ideal. This is, you know, and I felt like it was going to be groundbreaking. And like, let's say he was there, so he know. However, he wasn't at that time one of the ones in the room when I said this. Actually, he been know this because he was the first one I talked about it. But anyway, when I disclosed those details to these certain members of the team, slowly but surely, I started seeing little remnants of those ideas come up from the manager that was over that department, and those ideas, which was like, these ideas have not been thought of. So when these ideas start coming up, I knew at that point that those ideas was given by one of the two people that was on the team, and it was very detailed in the conversation that we had in that moment. And I did it like that on purpose because, once again, I play chess. I don't play checkers. So the details that I gave was very specific, and those same details came out in a meeting that we had discussing the training program. Now, that was a situation where I confided in someone who I thought a coworker, my team, and, you know, they went and, you know, told those details. Now, I can't say whether or not they told those details for self-gain, or they told those details to I don't know, like give them the upper hand. I don't know, but all I know is that particular plan was supposed to have kept under wraps until we figured out, because we still had some ironing out to do, and that didn't happen. Now, let me talk about another, because meta analysis published in Frontiers in Psychology, they published this. A large research reviewed and examined 95 independent samples involving 26,767 people. I'm going to say that again. It was a large research that reviewed and examined 95 independent samples involving 26,767 people. It found that workplace ostracism, and that means ostracism meaning people being ignored or excluded, was connected to employees' attitudes, their well-being, and behavior, including lower job satisfaction and greater emotional exhaustion. And this is what contributes now these days to what they call quiet quitting. So this is when people basically kind of give up on everything, and it goes back to the story that Lex just told, what the one that I just shared, and this is the thing. What stories, chat? What stories you got? I know you may think it's too much to type, but just give us a little like window of it so we can have that conversation. So what did you ever experience something like that?
I know Everton got one. I know Everton got one for sure.
Yeah,
But
Everton should have a couple.
But watch this though, C-Note chat. What do you do when the power controls your paycheck? Because now fear becomes policy.
Absolutely.
Come on, chat. Hey, y'all. Hey, knock on the screen if I hit a point. Power controls your paycheck because now fear becomes policy. So when and then here's another piece. Um, Harassment is about power. So many conversations reduce harassment to inappropriate comments, but harassment is fundamentally is about power and control.
Mm-hmm.
It can be sexual. It can be racial.
Mm-hmm.
It can also target disability, religion, age, gender, pregnancy, sexual orientation, or multiple identities at once.
Hey,
Go ahead.
let me
Yeah.
add one in there while you on your list.
Go.
Work ethic.
Oh yeah, absolutely,
You can be
absolutely.
you can be isolated for your work ethic.
You can be isolated, and I talked about it earlier, for not playing the game.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I had a I had a group of supervisors tell me, "You either with us or you with are against us." I was
Mm-hmm.
like, I don't play those kind of games, so I guess I'm against because I don't play those kind of games.
I remember that. I
Yeah, I
remember
don't play those
that.
kind of games.
Back in the day.
Yeah, but you know, this harassment or this control, uh, it operates differently in multiple departments. Um, uh, I can be, I can be the boss, and now I'm harassing a certain individual. That um, quid pro quo.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So it can operate different. Sometimes it's blatant. Sometimes it hides behind jokes.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes behind impossible workloads, and sometimes behind selective enforcement of rules. But see, no, the results are still the same.
Yep.
A workplace where some people carry a burden of others never have to think about it. That's hostile work environment, pattern versus isolated incidents, documentation, the emotional toll that it take on folks, the stress, the burnout, the importance of reporting through available channels when it's safe and appropriate. Goes back to that first, the psychological
Psychological
safety.
safeties. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, yeah. It-
Um, that's the thing though, and you said it first, like in a situation like that when it becomes toxic, like the workplace at that time can't really honestly and truly call itself safe if an employee if personally employees can't physically and safely, if they physically afraid to speak up, or if telling the truth threatens your schedule, threatens your
Mhm.
reputation, threatens your job.
Yeah,
um,
yeah.
Sometimes it can threaten your relationship because you got messy people. Remember now, I started talking about those manipulative employees that the management got strings on.
Mhm.
So if and what's so sad, it really does get that deep.
It does.
We're talking about it, and people may hear us. They may hear us and be like, "Man, come on, man, it don't get that deep." No, it does get that deep.
It get heavy.
It gets
It get
really
heavy.
heavy.
Yeah.
Um,
It get heavy.
it's just that, and I'm one to to be a witness that, I'm one that's used to rumors being told. I'm one that's used to, and number one reason is because I wouldn't play that game. I wasn't in the clique. I wasn't gonna gonna bow down and work that black, what I call, black work magic.
Yeah.
I wasn't gonna do that because one thing I truly believe in, like, I truly believe in that everyone who's working, that clocks in, should be able to come, like you said, and have a psychological safety of clocking in, not being bothered, not having their peace bothered by anything other than job related stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because after that, it becomes toxic. It becomes toxic, and part of the psychological safeties are, like you said, once that manager, or just like the story you shared, once you find out that your manager or your supervisor will throw you up under the bus, or your coworkers will throw you up under the bus, at this point you're on an island. So no, you're not gonna report when somebody is doing something, or you see something going on, because number one, is it gonna be believable? Number two, is that person part of that clique that I'm gonna get retaliated on even more if I say anything? But this is what we talking about. Like, these are, and I don't even want to say emotional crimes, but these are moral crimes. These are heart crimes. These are crimes that does a lot more damage mentally, emotionally, to people than most people think. Like, it almost like Lex. It's almost like people, when stuff like this hit, people don't even want to come to work. I've actually seen people quit because things had got too toxic for them. I and take a lesser paying job because the the more paying job was too toxic for them. So it ain't about money. So, go ahead, Lex. I didn't want to get too
No,
far off it.
no, you good. You good. But you was talking about retaliation, and
Mm-hmm.
I mean that perfect segue. Retaliation, and I got another word for it in the workplace chat. I got another word for it. The quiet weapon, because that's what it is.
Mm-hmm.
Um, you know, um, sometimes no one says we're pushing you. Instead, when the retaliation of the quiet weapon sets in, it's your opportunities disappear.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, C-Note and I talk about it all the time. We talked about it a long time ago. We said opportunities that aren't missed is passed on to the next person. Your responsibilities change. Your scope, what's within your scope now changes. Remember I was talking about your work performance, right?
Mm-hmm.
Being iced out of meetings, you losing responsibility, you negative performance reviews. This is all a part of the retaliation piece. Being
That's just
labeled,
retaliation.
right? Being labeled. Watch this. You've heard it. Chat, y'all heard it. You being labeled as problematic. All because I ain't want to fit in with the clique. All because the question came, you either with us or you're against us. I'm definitely not with you. because I'm not gonna scratch it if it ain't itching, and I ain't gonna laugh if it's not funny.
Mm-hmm.
Social isolation. I'm gonna keep it moving. You become isolated. People stop talking to you. I listen. I ain't give a damn if you don't say nothing to me. You don't got to say hi to me.
Yeah, we built different.
Yeah, you don't got to say nothing to me. But guess what? When I see you, I'm gonna say, "Hey, what's going on?" And I'm gonna keep it moving. I don't gotta sit there and chuck and jive with you and run the whole conversation about how was your weekend. Hey, how you doing? And I'm gonna keep it moving.
Mm-hmm.
Managers begin documenting every mistake while ignoring your success. That's a big one right there.
Mm-hmm.
But the message is clear without ever being spoken. Why does retaliation? Why does victims that's being retaliated, uh, and the perception is silence is weakness. And I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna shift it over to you. The perception is silence is weakness. What they don't know, is if I'm quiet about it, no problem. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
It's a strategy of survival. It's an exit strategy.
Uh-huh.
That's all silence is. Go ahead. That's
No,
all
no,
that
no,
silence
no.
is. And folks that doesn't think that because they running all over him. No, don't do that.
Nah. I like it when you call me Big Papa.
Yeah.
Yeah, say what you want to say. But like, and I mentioned that when you were saying that because Lex, when people come against you, we built different. We look the eye of adversity, but everybody don't have that. So you asked a great question. What happens when you do have like good people leave? Now, and this is a question to the chat. How many good employees have what, like, you part of a company? How many good employees have you saw get lost because leadership was protecting the wrong people, or leadership was in cliques with the wrong people? Now, I be the baby pappy.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I am.
now, SHRM, and these are some more stats for you. We told y'all for season 2 we was gonna take the gloves off, but we can't take the gloves off without having some type of facts that go along with what we're talking about and where it's coming from. SHRM, which is the Society of Human Resources Management, reported that workers who viewed their workplace as uncivil were more than twice and as likely to say they plan to leave within the next year. 38% compared with 17% among employees who considered their workplace civil. Now, remember, 38% deemed their place as uncivil. That's a lot of people, Lex.
Yeah. Hell of a lot of people.
38%. Now, there were also as much less likely to feel a sense of belonging. So people say employees just leave jobs for money. No, they don't. But the research shows that the way people are treated matters. In an uncivil workplace, 38% of the people said that they were likely to leave within a year, compared with 17% that said that their workplace was civil. Now, those are numbers that you can actually look up. It's the SHRM, and it's the Society of Human Resources and Management workplace. And I can actually put that link in the chat, so you can actually see that yourself. Because y'all, this thing is for real. It's a for real thing, And I want everybody to understand that this is a real thing. So I'm gonna put that chat. So y'all, I'm gonna paste that so that y'all can actually go look that up yourself.
Hey, chat. This stuff that we talking about. I want to actually pause here. This stuff that we're talking about. Just know this: feeling confused doesn't mean your experience wasn't real. People often, second guess themselves when they face inconsistency, inconsistent treatment or shifting, if you will, expectations. I am a victim of it. I'm a victim of it. Another quick story. I used to host meetings. See, you know it. I used to host meetings all the time. And these were, y'all chat, these were big wig meetings, C-suite meetings. And because I was the host, my boss was on there. My boss and I would chop it up before the meeting. And we would chop it up in terms of, when I say chop it up, meaning we'll discuss, the meeting notes, what I'm going over, what we're going to talk about, what I'm going to call you on, and, that type of deal. When the meeting happens, I'm in there, we're talking, we're saying this, and I say, yeah, such and such says we're going to go in this direction and this, that, and this is how we're going to do it. Mind you, I just spoke to him an hour before this meeting. And I got my notes. Yeah, such and such said, we're going in this direction and we're going to do this and we're going to do that. And he said, oh, no, this is my boss. Oh, no, that's incorrect. We're going to do it this way. And here I am bundling through my notes saying, that ain't nowhere in my notes. That's nowhere in my notes. So, fool me once. Shame on you. Fool me twice. Shame on me. No problem.
You ain't gonna get me a third time.
You ain't gonna get you. You're not gonna get me. Not a third time. You ain't gonna get me. So here we go. 3 meetings down the line. Same routine. Spoke to him before the meeting. Now we're going into it. And he says, yeah, gonna talk about this. I'll leave that to you. Same routine. We going in, we're talking about it. You think I said, hey, yeah, we're going in this direction? I didn't say nothing. Such and such, you would like to add anything to it? Oh yeah, you missed the best part. It's this. Nah, you ain't gonna get me. You wanna get all the glory? Go ahead. Go ahead. But it happens, and what I was dealing with is just like we were just talking about. That's what I was dealing with. I was dealing with, second guessing myself. Like, wait a minute. So I know not to do that anymore. I knew to go a different route. Just like the story I told you. You can have that nugget because I got plenty more. Now I know how much I can give you and how much I'm going to hold back. So I'll let you figure out the rest on the back end on your own.
And that kind of is a perfect segue to Ms. Lillian just said she have learned to position herself to be the GOAT. And that's what you talking about. Like, you got more nuggets and on her job by perfecting her craft. And most jobs have more type C persons who will hate on a type A person just for doing their job well. And then the hating, hold on. And then, let's go. Then she says, the hating begins, and because the type C workers are higher in number and benefit the company, management turns a blind eye. And that is such a true statement. Now, I do want to also address the comment that were made by Everton. Everton says, it appears that the current workplace environment often discourages individuals from expressing their thoughts and being candid, fostering a culture of fear, like you was talking about, Les, that encourages silence, like you was talking about earlier. So you absolutely right, Everton. And Miss Lillian, you spot on. You spot on. That's how you deal with situations like that. You just gotta position yourself. However, Miss Lillian made a very, very important point, and is a perfect segue as to what I was. I know that's right, Miss Lillian. I know that's right. Oh, right. Lady said, man, hey, she don't give a fuck. she don't even care. But you did bring up a perfect point as far as when you're talking about type A and type C workers. Now, it also goes a little deeper when you get into the generations. It also goes a little deeper. We don't have time to kind of get into that tonight. Maybe we'll kind of expand this when we start talking about and understanding the element of the mixture of the 5 and 6 generations that's in the workplace right now, and how that caters and maintains the crime scene. Because, you know, like some of and I'm just gonna say it, they call them YNs, but I'm gonna say the younger generation, their thought process is totally different than you got somebody from a Gen X or somebody from a millennial. So how they process and work out issues, or how they see their manager. Now, what I will say this: you have the Gen X that comes to work, and they want more of a collaborative workplace. Now, collaborative to them may mean that nothing is ever their fault. So they're very easy prey for management. They're very easy prey for management. You want to know why? Because as long as a manager can tell them that they're always doing right and nothing is never their fault, guess what? They'll do anything for them. Because now you're my friend.
Yeah.
So, Ms. Lady, what you got for me? The toxicity in the workplace does not encourage loving your job. Hence, it's sadly just a paycheck. And that is absolutely correct. And the thing is, Lex, what we need to get back to. All right, so you remember, you know, when we used to do our thing in training and stuff like that. Our main thing was, and I'm gonna share this, and I'm gonna let Lex tell his portion of that, and that's one of the things that I think me and Big Legs we kind of zoomed in laser in on from the jump, and this is how we actually became friends, because our work ethic was the same, what we faced was the same, how we thought about processing excellence and processing success was the same. You know what I'm saying? Now, a lot of times Lex would have a whole lot of ideas I never thought about, and he would be looking at it from an angle that I never even thought about. And I was like, oh, you know what? Yeah, you're right. Because Lex is the type of person, he goes straight forward at the problem and he builds processes up. And me, I'm more of the polished guy. I will come and polish that whole thing. So we work well with each other. But I'm saying all of this to say this. Where do we need to get back to putting 120% out there for just us? Not just the company, not just our co-workers, but just us. What happened to, and I know, and we've been talking about this thing. We know how our psychological safeties can be violated, but what when and where can we get back to putting 120% on the table just for us? Because that's our legacy. That's our legacy. Whether it's a job, career, whatever we do, whether it's sports, anything, raising a family, it's our legacy. When are we going to get back to putting 120% on the table just for us because our name is on it? So I'm if anything, because I know we getting close to the closing time, but Lex, I just want to, if I were and you're right, Miss Leland, you're right. That ethic starts at home, and this is why, Lillian, that I really want to next time, and me and Lex will talk about it, how to bring it out. But that's really why I want to talk about the different generations, because it starts right there, in the breakdown. We kind of covered it a little bit. It's a lot of different elements. It's so much to unpack because we're dealing with a lot of mental health, and I'm not making excuses, but we're dealing with a lot of mental health in our community, which you know, thoughts, that ethic part, at home. But anyway, if I want anybody to take away anything, my takeaway is, okay, we got all of this and we know the workplace can be a crime scene, but I want everybody to think about this. When is it we're going to get back to putting 120% on the table just for us? Because I think it won't be a cure for it, but it would damn sure be a damper. It will be a damper. Lex, back to you, man.
No, man, you touched on something real good. I think, Chad, I think what happens, I'm gonna say this for lack of a better term, cultural conditioning, especially for our black communities, when we face adversities like that in the job place.
Yeah.
They'll tell us, and you've heard it. See, nope, don't make waves.
Mm-hmm.
Keep your head down. I just thought about something when I said that. You you'll
You gonna
be
have to
grateful you
stop.
got the job. Be grateful you got the job. Um, but what I really wanted to talk about is, in a nutshell, the crime scene becomes a metaphor. What's actually dead when a workplace becomes a crime scene? Y'all check this out. What gets killed? Trust, transparency, accountability. C Note talked about that. Accountability. That psychological safety we were talking about. Your human dignity. Now, I mean, that's it right there. And I was talking about how the perception is I'm silent. Oh, you have nothing to say? Just like when every time I would say, yeah, after the meeting, we're going in this direction. And he would say, oh, no, we're not doing that. So now I don't say anything. You want the glory? Go ahead, player. You can have it. And then the question gets asked, well, why you didn't give him the good part? Well, you wanted it. Um, what 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 survives at the crime scene in the workplace? The abuser, the one that's running around here, ear hustling and snitching, telling the boss everything. You know what else survives? The system, the silence, and And most workplace harm isn't caused by bad people. It's designed and it's caused by the systems designed to protect power, not the people.
Mm-hmm.
But I think I'm gonna stop there. I think
Ah,
what Sino said about the generations, I think that is definitely a good uh follow up with this, and talking about the generations, and because it is something that that's missing in the workplace for sure. It's something that's missing. This younger generation, I almost said YN, but the younger generation definitely need. Uh, so if you know somebody that knows somebody that got a YN, get them on here. Let them listen to let them listen to this conversation, man. Let them listen to Talking Black and Current, where we're gonna keep it unfiltered, get to you straight, no chaser.
no chaser. Hey, listen, I'm gonna take this time out to Naja. Lillian just put in something, and I'm gonna let her get the last word on this. The first thing she said, but she said folk experience mental breakdowns in the workplace more than ever now. And I say that from experience. Every time I saw my boss on in the workplace, I felt rage and anger, and it's sad. Now, we was talking about work ethic, and I'm a end my side on this right here. uh, she said that her work ethic, whatever you do, this is what she was instilling. She's instilled you do your best was instilled in her. She said her parents told her and family, even if you was a hoe, you be the best.
Come on, come on,
Literally, that's how we was raised. That's
come on.
if you
You be the
go
best at it.
right. And my grandmama used to have this old saying. She said, if you gonna go to jail, do it Cadillac style.
Yeah.
And that's on my side of it. That's how I'm that's how I'm in on my side. I saw that, and I laughed. She made me laugh on that one and end that out.
Hey y'all, listen. I've learned something uh, in my journey, that power doesn't always announce itself. Sometimes it whispers. It whispers that you're overreacting, that you're too sensitive, that nobody will believe you, that keeping your head down is safer. But here's another truth. See, no, history has never changed because people stayed comfortable.
Better talk.
It changed because ordinary people refused to accept harmful systems as norm.
Mm-hmm.
Every major movement began with someone deciding enough is enough. Maybe, chat, that somebody is you. If y'all found this conversation, this topic, when the workplace becomes a crime scene, we're talking about discrimination, harassment, retaliation, silence, and power. If y'all found this was helpful, run tell somebody to tell somebody. Tune in every Tuesday. Every Tuesday. I'm gonna say it again. Tune in every
Every
Tuesday.
Tuesday.
Every Tuesday to Talking Black. Hey, we got to bring some humor in it, man. We got to. Hey, Sino, we got time for a story.
Man, go ahead. Go ahead. This our show. Ain't nobody running that shit
Y'all,
here.
we got time for a story. I just want to know we got time for a story.
Oh God.
Who's
I know that look. I know. Go ahead, man. Go ahead. Go on. Go ahead. Go ahead. Shit. ahead now.
So, hey y'all. So, C Note and we were going. I don't know what we were going somewhere. Here I am trying to help him. I'm trying to help him. We were going somewhere, and so happened something fell into. Y'all know, you know how the windshield is. Y'all know how the windshield is. So the windshield on the car, said car that had an expired tag, said car. Miss Lillian, Miss T. He somehow this item got caught in between the dashboard and the window, and it got stuck in there. So I couldn't fit my hand. I couldn't fit my hand in there to try to get it because it was a small item, maybe about a little small, and I couldn't get it.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm telling him, he fussing at me like, I be damn, you got to get that from out of the window.
Because it was in the window and it was showing in the dashboard. And I couldn't ride around. All right. Go ahead and finish your story. Shit. Finish damn story. Go ahead. Finish story. Shit.
Y'all see he caught an attitude with me, right? Just now. Did y'all catch that attitude? Chat, if y'all caught the attitude, let me know, because he caught an attitude with me.
No, I'm just saying. I'm just
attitude with me. Tell the story.
I'm just saying. No, because see, what he had to realize.
Let him tell the story, because he done caught an attitude with me.
No, because this certain thing that had fell down in the windshield was nothing that needed to be rolled around in traffic, right? I didn't need that showing. It was right there in the corner. Oh, Lily say she seen it. Lily say she seen the attitude. Lily, I ain't catch no attitude. I'm just saying, what he didn't explain the fact that this particular item was something that I couldn't ride around with, right? Now, what the part he ain't really telling you.
Ask him what the item was.
So, so he could get his hand down there and get it. I couldn't get my hand. We in this parking lot. We trying our damnness to get this out of this windshield, because I can't. You damn right, I ain't like his accounting story, because he wasn't telling all that. But anyway, I know where he was going with it, Lily. I know.
Now watch him now. Guess who could save the day?
Yeah, right. Now, ask this man, Lily, what I want you to ask Lex, this is what I want you to ask him.
What you want to ask?
Because all I know is we in this car sweating, trying to get this thing out of this dashboard. And all of a sudden, this man reach into his backpack and pull out a hook. Lillian, what I want you to ask him is, why the hell is you walking around with a damn hook in your backpack? A whole damn hook. Now, what? Another thing I was pissed off. This Negro that sat there and let us for 30 minutes sweat, beating up our fingers and fingertips, and this man got a whole hook in his backpack. Ask him why he carried the hook. Ask him why he carried the hook. That's what he just.
Point of order.
Boy, you been somewhere. Boy, you been somewhere.
Point of order. Listen, chat. Lynn, you ain't asking what the item was yet.
She said,
No, Lillian, you supposed to ask him what the item was. You supposed to ask him what the item was.
Hey, what was you hooking? What was you?
Okay, here is my disclaimer, chat, about this hook that he's referring to. Here's my disclaimer. So, I'll be damned.
Right, Lillian. It was okay. So the hook. All right. So think about a hanger, right?
All you got to do, I don't know why you're looking around. All you got to do is look in your wallet. You got one in your wallet somewhere.
We talking about the hook. 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 All right. So Lillian, this hook. If you think about a hanger, right? I want you to visualize a hanger. And I want you to scratch that hanger, the hook part, the hook on the pole. I want you to scratch that out to about yay big, right? About like that. This hook was long enough, and it would put you in the mind of the Christmas time candy canes. Yeah, it was like a captain's hook. But it put you in mind of the Christmas time candy canes where it had this little dipper on the very end or on the tip. And it was kind of flat. But that's what we got it out with. That's what we got it out with. It came out smooth too.
Let me talk. Why no one has asked him what the item was? That's what I want to know.
Because look, Lex, the most disturbing part is why you riding around with a hook. Now, what is in the dashboard? That was doable. But why you got a hook, brother?
All right. So y'all want to know about the hook. So listen. In my bag, wise man once said, and I probably took this out of old C notebook, because every time he went through security, he had to have at least two of them buckets. I'm like, why do you carry all this stuff through the security? You coming to work? All your tools on the other side of this doggone wall. Why are you bringing all these tools? When I say he bringing everything but the kitchen sink and his wallet. Hold on, y'all.
What my damn wallet?
His wallet was about the size of a Bible. Y'all know how the Bible fits. His wallet about the size of a Bible.
I done got better.
You done got better? Okay, we done brought it. We done took out a half a page or two.
I ain't gonna show my wallet now though, but I done got better.
So, like I said, I took this out of his book because, mind you, we in Florida. Y'all know, chat, talk to me. Y'all know how it is out there on the ramp. So this hook was and at the end of it, see, what he didn't tell you, at the end of it, it was one of those hooks that you hook up on like the locker. You put your clothes on it and then you hook it onto the locker and you just latch on to that thing like that. That's what the hook was for. And so I believe it either had rained or some sort around that time, which is why my hook was in there, because I had to
I can't.
Miss Leland, that's very rude of him to be laughing while I'm sitting here. I'm trying to tell y'all why I got the hook. And why nobody asked you what the doggone item was? They busy worrying about the hook.
It was a condom. That's what it was. It was a condom. I ain't scared. It was a condom. And don't ask me how it wound up on the dashboard. I can't even remember. I think I just bought it or some shit and I laid it out. and I was taking it out the box and I was laying it.
No, y'all, yeah, no, I think I took responsibility for that. What happened was it was something I was wondering what was going on, and this item so happened to pop up, and it popped up, hit the windshield, slid right on down, right into the crack. And imagine my surprise when I saw what it was. I was like, "Oh shit!"
It was in there.
It was one of them just random acts of the universe or something, and it went. And I looked at it, and then looked at him. He didn't know it was in there yet. Looked at it, looked at him. He didn't know it was in there, and I'm just staring at the windshield like, damn. And what I think he did was, "What's wrong with you?" He said, "Ain't nothing wrong with me. Something gonna be wrong with you. Something gonna be wrong with you soon."
So this big ass condom is on the corner of the windshield. Gold, might I add. You know what that at. I'm not gonna call the brand name. I don't want to get in trouble. But it's gold sitting in the windshield, and I couldn't ride around like that. Now
Yeah. In a nutshell, yeah, you spot on. That's exactly what happened.
Yeah. Yeah, it was golden. Yes, ma'am. It was golden. But that's what happened. Now, next episode, I want y'all to look out for the next story that we're gonna tell. We're gonna tell because we coming up to like an hour and a half. Yeah. So next, just so y'all know, I want y'all to just think about the itsy bitty spider. The spider. Code word spider. So Lily, next episode, Miss T, Everton, I want y'all next episode next week. I want y'all code word next week is gonna be spider. Okay, that's good. Spider is gonna be, and we gonna end that off with the story about the itsy bitty spider. Back to you, Lex.
Appreciate y'all for joining, man. Y'all stay tuned, stay solid. Talking Black and Current.
Appreciate y'all.